If you're a practicing physician right now, you know the feeling. We are drowning in noise. Every administrator, every vendor, and every tech headline is screaming that artificial intelligence is about to save medicine. It's going to fix all of our workflows. It's going to cure cancer by next Tuesday. But when you actually walk into the clinic, I'm still clicking 11 times just to order Tylenol. The problem isn't that we don't have enough information about technology. The problem is the asymmetry of that information. It's mostly hype, it's mostly marketing, and mostly useless for the person actually treating the patient. I'm Dr. AJ Balaram, and this is SpeakMD. My job is to help you separate the signal from the noise. Today, I'm not talking about a specific tool. I'm going to give you my actual personal information diet. These are the 5 specific sources that I read that actually respect my time, skip any exaggerated claims, and figure out what's actually going on to impact our patients and our practice. So let's go. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. SpeakMD is here to help physicians that are on the front lines, seeing patients every day, practice smarter, not harder. The goal of this channel is for me to help translate the complex world of technology and medicine for physicians that are actually seeing patients. So first and foremost, I'm going to respect your time. Here are the 5 sources that you can bookmark or click down below. You can check them out right now if you'd like. But if you stick with me, I'm going to detail why these sources are important, and then you can decide which source is right for you. All right, first up on our list is Ground Truths by Eric Topol. If you want deep dives from an excellent writer, this is where you start. Eric Topol is a physician and scientist, and he really brings that rigorous academic lens to artificial intelligence and technology in medicine. Here's why I trust him. He isn't really scared to admit when the machine beats the human. He follows the data, but more importantly, he's pragmatic about what that data means. We see a lot of AI tools that are just cool tech toys. They do something flashy, but does it really matter? Topol consistently argues that AI must improve mortality and patient outcomes. He forces us to ask, is this actually preventing a bad outcome? Or is it just a highly efficient machine that's going to create more work for us down the line? He does these incredible deep dives into the literature that honestly most of us don't have time to do. When a study claims an algorithm can do X, Y, or Z, he breaks down the methodology. He cuts through the abstract and tells you if the study design was actually robust or if it was all just fluff. So I use Ground Truths to ground myself in the science. It's my reality check against the marketing. Second on my list is Out of Pocket by Nikhil Krishnan. Let's be honest, the American healthcare system is absolutely absurd. You know it, I know it, we see it every day in our charts and in our denials. Nikhil's amazing because he doesn't just outline information, he breaks down the incentives. He tries to dive into why things happen the way they do in healthcare. Why did that hospital buy that practice? Why does that billing code exist? He breaks down complex healthcare topics into language that actually makes sense. And he isn't afraid to point out how ridiculous the system is. What I really like about this source is that he offers pragmatic advice on how to make healthcare easier to understand and more efficient. He does it with an amazing dose of humor. I love reading through his blog because he can make these really dense, opaque topics about healthcare administration or ASC reimbursement funny. And it's always fun to read his blog because it always has information that I had no idea was occurring. The other thing I really like about his blog is that he's very clear about all the roadblocks that are put up in medicine. There's so many competing interests and so much money sloshing around in the system. He really points out the absurdity of some of the things that occur and where these incentives come from. He doesn't sugarcoat how hard it is to change things, especially in today's legal and policy environment. It's kind of the business and entrepreneurial side of medicine that he outlines, and he's not afraid to let you know why stupid things happen in medicine. And hey, if you're finding this list useful, if you're looking for a place that respects your expertise and your time, take a second to hit subscribe. We're building a community of physicians that want to practice better medicine, not just for their patients, but also for ourselves. We want to have more time and more autonomy in our practices, and that's what we're working on in this channel. We're trying to find the ways that technology can help doctors practice smarter, not harder. Let me know in the comments if you're reading any of the blogs that we're talking about today and how it helps you in your medical practice. Next up on the list is Fierce Healthcare. Think of it as your industry ticker tape. This is where I go to keep up with the Game of Thrones side of medicine. The mergers, the acquisitions, the hospital system consolidation. You can think of Fierce Healthcare as kind of a consolidation of all the press releases that are being released by healthcare technology companies, hospital administrators, and essentially any medical news that is coming out that is consolidated into a single resource. Now, I will say that some of the articles can be a little bit clickbaity, but after you dive in and read some of the articles, it's a great comprehensive source that focuses and aggregates all the information in healthcare into one place. So for that reason, it's an excellent resource. Number 4 is probably one you already have on your phone. This is the Doximity news feed. The value here isn't just the articles, it's the access and the community. We're mobile creatures. We're in the elevator, we're in the lounge, we're walking between hospitals. Doximity is right there. It's on your phone. It's the easiest way to get a pulse on what's happening without sitting down at your desktop. The community of physicians in Doximity's newsfeed is the real gold. When Doximity posts an article about a new study or a new policy, I scroll immediately down to the comments because nearly all physicians are verified. You can see real credentialed opinions. You get the zeitgeist, the general mood of the profession. Are cardiologists excited about this new drug, or are they rolling their eyes? It's like a massive digital doctor's lounge. I use Doximity not just to read the news, but to read the room. Finally, number 5 is the Healthcare AI Guy. This is a newsletter that I read that keeps me up to date about the comings and goings of different healthcare companies. He writes from a perspective of an investor or an entrepreneur that's looking at different ways technology can help medicine. He does a great job of tracking the hyperscalers, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Oracle. What are the cloud giants doing in healthcare? He tracks their moves better than almost anyone else. He writes in a very easy to understand language and keeps a very active Twitter feed. It's a great way to see the business side of AI. From a physician's perspective, I will say that there is a little lack of skepticism in some of the claims that the technology companies make, but he's not really looking at it from a physician's perspective, more of an investor and an entrepreneur. He's trying to say, what is coming next? What is coming down the pipeline for artificial intelligence in medicine? And for that, he's an excellent resource. So those are my 5. Eric Topol for the science and mortality data, Nikhil Krishnan for the economics and absurdity, Fierce Healthcare for the corporate news associated with medicine, Doximity for the peer opinions, and the Healthcare AI Guy for any information about the entrepreneurial side of medicine and the investing side of where artificial intelligence meets medicine. In this era of medicine, your ability to filter the information is just as important as your ability to diagnose a patient. Don't let the noise burn you out. Pick your sources, trust your gut, and protect your cognitive load. I link to all 5 of these sources below. Check them out and let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video about the 5 sources that I use to stay up to date in healthcare and technology, you may like one of my other videos, like this one about the Open Evidence app and how it's helping doctors as an AI clinical assistant. Or this one about how artificial intelligence is being used to prescribe medication without any human oversight. Thank you so much for watching. I know your time is valuable. Have a great day.